the National Identification Authority, NIA, has disassociated itself from pictures of national ID cards purportedly issued to minority members of parliament. In a statement, the authority described the cards as fake, adding it does not match the official cards they are issuing. The issuance of the Ghana card has been marred by some challenges, including the minority's insistence to include the voter ID card as proof of nationality. Professor Kenatefa has been speaking to Daniel Dadzi on happenings.
And state categorically that the specific cards in question are not cards that could have been issued and were not issued by the National Identification Authority. My reasons are fourfold. First, to the best of my knowledge and from my inquiries over the weekend, not a single member of the minority National Democratic Congress political party in Parliament has registered with the National Identification Authority to date. Because none has registered, the biometric and alphanumeric data, the biographical data of none of them is in our database to enable us issue a card to any of them. So there's no data on any of them from any registration any of them has participated in. None has registered and no card has been issued. Number two, the number system, the numbering system used by NIA is radically different from the numbering system on the cards. In other words, the numbers on the cards fall completely outside the scope of the NIA's numbering system. There's a formula, and this, what you find on the cards, depart radically from the formula of the NIA. Number three, the picture requirements of NIA are not met by the pictures that are on the cards. NIA photographs must meet certain international standards and specifications. Those photos of the honorable members of parliament, as good looking as they are, do not meet the requirements. You will not expect it. I'll just say a couple of them. The registration officer will require you to take a picture with a straight face. That means two things. You must face the person taking the photograph. Look straight into the camera. You can't be looking askance. You can't be looking sideways. Number two, a straight picture. You are not to smile. You are not to frown. You are to keep a straight face. None of those pictures, to the best of my
because we saw some of them smiling, we saw some of them turning.
They don't meet those standards, and our officer would not have taken those pictures.
Finally,
from my checks, no one authorized by the NIA to take photographs has taken any photograph, has registered any office or any of the officers concerned. And our numbering, the card, every card that is issued, there's a code for that. There is a rigid security system to ensure that the card no card goes astray. To the extent we can tell, and mind you, this was over the weekend. Today, by noon or thereabouts, we would have had a thorough system check to ascertain whether any card had gone wayward. But from what we could tell from our checks over the weekend, our conversations with the registration officials, the heads of operation and heads of technical, none of our cards has gone away. But in any event, as I've indicated, there's not been a registration, so there couldn't have been an issuance of a Ghana card to any of the honorable men.
Great. You raised two very interesting points. The first is that no minority member of parliament has been registered. We'll be coming to that in a moment. But you also mentioned how, when you look at the card initially, it looks real, which is what raises concern, considering some of the Facebook walls that we saw it on. So are you not concerned that, cards that can hoodwink such a majority of the population, well, I can't say majority on authority, but such a number of the population, the pictures can be found on social media?
Reflect a bit on your question. Am I not surprised?
Am I not
concerned that, see, this is the age of WhatsApp. This is the age of Photoshop. This is a remarkable age of innovation in thinking and criminality and all kinds of things. The test of the validity and the integrity of the card is not in its mere appearance. That is why I have used your platform to offer a little bit of education on the photograph, for example, the specifications of the photograph.
Okay.
There are other things, quite apart from even the numbering system, the unique personal number that is given. There are other things about the photograph, about the pictures of the cards that fall off. So yes, twins may look alike, but they are not the same. And so it concerns me that people can, flag or flash a card and get through. That is why there are always different levels of scrutiny.
Okay.
But if you see a card or a card purported to be NIA card with a smiling person, clearly, from this conversation going forward, you couldn't have issued from NIA, or that the NIA official did a lousy job.
This is a card that was circulated on social media by members of government, persons who are on the list of presidential staffers. Okay, yes, we saw it on their walls, yes. And so considering the integrity of your system and the fact that people may believe when they see things like this, would you consider reporting to the police maybe?
Well, slow down. I haven't seen what you just described.
Oh, I've seen it on Facebook.
I'm not doubting you. I'm just responding to your question. I'm not doubting you. What I'm saying is that you say they were circulated by government officials.
I didn't say they were circulated by. I said that they were seen on the walls of.
All right, very well. Okay. So from my standpoint, I will look at the evidence that comes up. We will look to ensure that nothing is done that will undermine the integrity of the process that we are engaged in. Whether that would include reporting to the police or some other specific measures, that will be a matter that will come out of conference. I have not had the opportunity to even advert my mind to that angle. I've been very concerned about ensuring that the reputations of those of the NIA, the integrity of our system, is respected and protected, that the reputations of those honorable members who were projected in a negative light by the kind of disclosures on social media would also be assuaged, because of course if the cards are presented to have come or issued from us when it wasn't, it's unfair to them, it's unfair to us, and it is quite frankly despicable.
So you would consider reporting to the police?
I didn't say that. I'm saying that I will take counsel, I will go into conference, I'll look at all the circumstances, and we will do the right things that will ensure that the integrity of our system is intact. Now, if it would include reporting to the police, why not? I'm just not making a promise when I have not had the opportunity to confer appropriately. But it's important to point out one thing. The Ghana card has tactile features which enable the blind to tell the Ghana card apart from other cards.
Okay.
So if a person with visual impairment holds a dozen cards in her hand, she can easily single out the Ghana card because of special features, tactile features that are on the card. Right. And I said earlier that I have not seen those clone cards or the cards on social media.
Okay.
It is images of it, and
being behind
some are even accusing me.
Yes, of
quite
being
despicably and regrettably. Some are accusing me.
Yes. So what do you say to these accusers?
Oh, I say that. That is around. Quite frankly, unfortunately, it is an accusation that lacks a basis. I am too decent. I'm too far above such pettiness. It won't enter my cranium to engage in such an activity. I cannot imagine anyone who will, in good conscience, attribute such criminality to me. This is despicable. This is the height of undermining the very foundation of what it is that we want to create, a dependable, credible national data register. How would I connive with people, engineer such a... it boggles my mind. I was quite frankly shocked. And some have used it as a basis to call for my dismissal or removal or my resignation and all of that. In the age of photoshopping, people's passports are photoshopped. The biodata pages of people's passports are photoshopped. And so the passport office should be closed down or the passport director should be sacked. I mean, let's get serious. For me, what I know, as for me and my household, we shall serve the Lord. We will serve the state to the best of our abilities with utmost integrity and decency. I've checked with my officials. I'm satisfied that none of my lieutenants, neither I nor any of my lieutenants, engaged in this conduct.
Okay.
There is no reason in any event. There is also no reason to consider that this could not also be done by somebody in order to tarnish our image or reputation and to have us tagged.
You're watching News Desk with me, Bernice Abu Baidu. Business News is next.